How's it going, Alex? Hey, I have a prediction. I believe that on November 3rd, we're going to have a Black Monday stock market crash coinciding with this whole EBT cutoff. And the Democratic Party, they shut the government down on purpose for three reasons. Number one, to delay all economic data ahead of the Federal Reserve's meeting so that where they're going to affect the interest rates, right? So everyone's expecting rate cuts. And without a clear picture of the jobs data, they're not going to cut rates. They're going to pause rates, which is going to be the first domino to fall in the unraveling of the economy. Number two, they shut off the government on purpose to prevent all these super stressed out regional banks and big banks as well from getting, basically their income stream flowing in every single Friday. And you already see this in many different banks. A lot of investment banks like Jefferies, Permalend, and others are already going bankrupt. Another thing, too, is the obvious withholding of funds for SNAP EBT. That's going to be the social factor for the color revolution. So the setup is like this. Wednesday, as everyone's expecting markets to rally on a guaranteed 98% guaranteed rate cut, which, again, they also said 98% guarantee that a COVID vaccine prevents transmission, right? And so when it doesn't come, markets are going to sell off. And then all the after-hour or after-market close earnings on all the big tech stocks are going to come, like Microsoft, Meta, et cetera. They're going to lower their guidance, which is going to further exemplify the issue. But then with Trump's timing of the Chinese tariffs on November 1st, you also have a huge issue where why would Trump be able to, let's say, move the needle on China when we're about to invade Venezuela? China's going to put a hard backstop, and they're going to say, no, we're not going to agree to these terms, which, again, is the perfect scenario to crash the markets, which is the last thing that the markets are rallying on. Interest rate cuts, China trade deal. And so all over CNN, everyone's talking about AI bubbles. Why are they doing that, right? Another thing, too, last week, right, there was the Amazon servers that got knocked down. You know what else was knocked down during that server shutdown? Robinhood, Webull, Coinbase, which are the big trading firms. And then Robinhood updated its terms of user agreement services, as well as PNC, where they state that we are not responsible for any server shutdowns or anything along those lines. If you read the fine print, it's clearly stated there, and they reiterate that they're not liable for any losses. So just like 1987, another thing too, Andrew Sorkin, who's the guy on CNBC, he wrote a book called 1929. The globalists, they tell us what they're about to do to us. And he wrote the book, 1929, The Crash That Shattered a Nation. He's all over on 60 Minutes predicting a stock market crash